floor is yours.
Yeehaw. A couple of observations before I start into my little spiel about the OPPVA. One is to the legal department. I know that they're looking out for your well-being when they say about the excessive consumption of alcohol, but as far as I know, it's the only viable defense we have. And the other thing that I want to say is that it bothers me greatly to hear that assault police charges are going up and our officers are being injured while they're on duty. I was unfortunately injured several times while on duty, and I can tell you that when I worked, there was no SIU and there was no assault police charges. And as my son says, you'd be in jail in about 10 minutes if you were working today, but I did still have fun, I can tell you that. A little bit about myself. I started, I was born in 1951. Does anybody have a calculator? Started in 1973 as a provincial constable at the Sturgeon Falls Detachment and worked for over 30 years with the OPPA. And throughout those 30 years, I immensely enjoyed my job. Even those bad days that were creating stress for most of us, it was a pleasure. The OPPVA, I joined in 2002, which was a year and a half, I think, before I actually retired. The reason I joined the OPPVA was because a guy by the name of J.P. Racine was the chapter chair in those days, and he asked me to join the OPPVA. I was the superintendent of Northeast Region, and I said, sure, JP, I'll do whatever you tell me to do, because he used to be my staff sergeant. And as soon as I joined, he got me elected as the secretary for Chapter 12. To this day, I am the chapter secretary of Chapter 12. No one wants that job. I don't know why. In any case, the OPPVA, I just did a little bit of a rundown on the computer. As of right now, 10 minutes ago, we have 2,420 members. 421 of them are life members, 293 are honorary members, and we have 1,706 regular and associate members. Those people, the majority of those people come from the rank of the very people that are sitting in this room. Many of our chapter executives were sitting at this table some years ago. And I have to express my gratitude to all of those people who are doing that job. A little bit about retirement. A lot of you don't know what retirement's like. Certainly the vets do. If any of you have any questions about retiring, the best thing to do is to join the vets and go to a vets chapter meeting and ask those people, because they all live through the very things that you're worried about when you're thinking of retirement. Important information as far as I'm concerned. A few of the things that I have started working on since for the 2 years that I've been the president of the OPPVA. I've recently in chapter 18, and if I can just back up a little bit, we have 24 chapters, which mirror very closely to the branches of the OPPA. And harken back to the day when there were district headquarters and all of these branches and chapters were put in place because of that. Chapter 18 is piloting as we speak what we call the Veterans Voice Network. If you have any questions about that, Jeff Simpkins is in chapter 18 and he can answer your questions, because I sort of gave him the job of making sure it works. The whole idea is to regularly, they've chosen to do it every 3 months, regularly call all of the vets members in their chapter and touch base, find out if they need help, find out if they're doing okay, And believe it or not, it's been very well received. Very important. The other thing we're working on just this year, and I've assigned Al Badur to do it, some of you may know Al, from the Belleville area, is the bridge dedications. It bothered me, and it bothered me many years now, that a lot of the names on the Wall of Honor do not have a bridge dedicated to them. That shouldn't be. Honestly, there should be a bridge dedicated to every one of those people. The government plays this little game, well, family must be there in order to receive this honor. Well, some person or guy died in 1919 or 1921, I think, our first one. There's not a lot of family, and it's hard to find family. I find that the MTO seems to use that excuse just to not do their job. But we're working through that. I've had a long chat with the commissioner about it, and he's on board and wants to forward this. So you'll hear a lot more about bridge dedications. The other thing that we've done just recently, just earlier this year, is that we became an affiliate of the Police Pensioners Association of Ontario. And they're representing several, actually I think there's 22 of them, police pensioner groups, much like the OPPA, or OPPVA, sorry, in other municipal services. So that was a step forward, and as far as I was concerned, it was integral to our plans is to widen our stance in the province and get to know what other people are doing. Unfortunately, I sent Bob Lacombe, the white-haired guy over there, to their AGM in June, and I am now the secretary of their board. Always nominate the guy I sent there, right? Yeah, I know. Okay. My other shout out is to you people, to this board. Unbelievable support that we get from the OPPA. It's just absolutely wonderful and very much appreciated by us. We're a good group of people. We have a good time. We have great meetings, and we try as hard as we can to get some good work done and be charitable and care about each other. Thank you for the benefits, by the way. They're wonderful. Being with the PPAO, by the way, just recently, I've only been to 2 board meetings as the secretary, and that's the number one complaint. Many of them don't even have benefits at all. Some of the major ones, of course, have good benefit packages just like ours, but many of them don't have benefits, and that's so sad, unbelievable. I just want a little shout out to Branch 13 President, Branch 10 South President. Branch 13 President attends most Chapter 13 OPPVA meetings. Chapter 10 South recently announced a joint OPPVA and OPPA Christmas dinner. And of course, thank you for allowing us to attend your AGM. Thank you for listening to us and giving us a chance. Just a little bit of information. When older people tell you to enjoy them while they're young, they're talking about your knees and your hips, not your face. And the other thing was just yesterday was the National Police Spouse Day. I don't know if everyone's aware of that. I find it should be National Police Spouse Month. But please pay attention to your relationship with your spouses. Because as you retire, and you find that's one thing you find out when you retire is that the OPP has left you. And you can spend time with the OPPVA, you can spend time with your fellow officers that you work with by doing that, but your family and your spouse is all that you'll have left sometimes at the end. So do that. Thank you very much. Thank you. clap and you didn't.
Yeah. Sorry.